So, if there is one vice I have, it is buying Steam games on sale and never playing them. I have quite a bit of games that I just bought on a deal thinking, oh, I'll definitely want to play this soon, and then it just sits there for years. So, I'm going to go through my Steam library here in an effort to try to convince myself that I don't need to buy any more games and I should just play what I have. And maybe this will help me not purchase any games in the short term. We'll see. Going into the new year 2023, we can see how long I last without purchasing another game. Now, I'm going to go through my entire library and also a few other games that I have on other systems or I might have played in the past since they're related. I have 75 games in Steam here. And first, I'm actually going to go through all the games you'll see on my list here. I'll go through all the ones I conquered, and then I'm going to rate them and give them a little rating. And then I'm going to show you what I saved as my favorites. I'm going to go through my uncategorized games next. And I have quite a few that some I haven't even touched. Some I have no clue why I bought them or what they're about. Like, tell me why. What is that? What is the swapper? Why did I buy that? I have no clue. So I'm gonna go through this whole list and check them out, and maybe that will convince me to actually play the games I have. And then I'm gonna go through my currently playing and on list to conquer at the very end. And if you guys have any suggestions of what I play next, I would love your suggestions. What if you've played any of these games that I will mention in this video, definitely tell me how it was and if you liked it or if I should just skip it and I just wasted my money. But really, I think I did waste my money because I haven't played these games at all in years. So getting a discount and a deal probably isn't worth it, at least for me, for the most part. So let's go with my conquered. Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. I love this indie game so much. It's a short game. The story is amazing. So my rating for it is 8. Cyberpunk 2077. And this is in alphabetical order, so it's not listed listed in any order whatsoever, but I'm going to rate them. So Cyberpunk 2077. I played this on Stadia, and I loved it so much that I bought it again for Steam. So I actually paid double for this, except it was on sale the second time. I'm planning to play it again. I'm starting a second playthrough, so this one, 8.8. Friday the 13th Killer Puzzles. I have a few puzzle games here. I forgot if I got them for free or maybe for $5, but I played them right away and they were really fun. Lasted for maybe an hour at the most, so not a big rating. I'll rate this one 6, but it was fun to play. But 6 because it's not very involved, it's just a puzzle. Same with Hitman Go. Same kind of gameplay, just a different theme. 6. Lara Croft GO. Same puzzle gameplay, different theme. Rating it 6. Mirror's Edge. That was fun. It was fun, but I also kind of got a lot of motion sickness being in first person and just the camera going all different directions. So, but I finished this pretty fast. It was maybe I spent only 11 hours playing it and finishing it. The story could be better, so I'm rating it 6.5. Never Alone. This is a cute little indie game I'm glad I found. I played it through 7 hours, and I really liked it. But it was short, but it was sweet. It was just kind of the perfect little indie game to just spend a few hours and finish really quick. So Never Alone, 6.5. Overcooked. I got addicted to this game, especially when I was playing on Switch. So I spent a lot of hours on Switch on here, so it's not really reflected here, and I loved it so much that I bought it again on Steam. And so I rate this one 6.5 because it's very addictive, but storyline, not really there. It's just an addictive game, and it's fun to play with people. A Plague Tale: Innocence. This one, I loved it so much, and I will rate it an 8.5. The story was amazing, but it's just incredibly sad, and I definitely needed to take breaks from it. There is like no break in the sadness whatsoever, I feel. It's just straight sad all throughout. So if you're ready for that kind of game, I definitely recommend it. The second one just came out, A Plague Tale: Requiem, and that reminds me, I have to go to my Uncategorized. I just finished it last night. I cried. I'm going to add that to favorites, and I'm going to also, I need to add it to Conquered in a bit, so I'll add it into Conquered. So let's talk about Plague Tale: Requiem. That one was great, also really sad, better, more involved gameplay, and much longer than the first one. So I'll rate it an 8.6, 8.7. So I think it's just really sad for me. So I need to take a break from those games. But great writing, great story. Portal, classic. So the first one, I'll rate an 8. Portal 2, it was better. It was funny. I'll give it an 8.3. The Room, just a regular point and click puzzle game. I finished it. It was okay. I'll rate it a 6. A Short Hike. This is a cute game. It got a lot of rave reviews, but it didn't really live up to my expectations. It was incredibly short, a little dull for me, but cute. It was a 6. Going into The Sims. Okay, The Sims. So before I get into 3 and 4, which is the only ones I have listed here, I did play all the way from the beginning, back in the year 2000, Sims 1, amazing game, 8.5, and I just want to give some visuals along with that as well. I think it was this one. So, The Sims 1, rating it 8.5. It was such a game changer. I was so addicted. The storylines people created were amazing. I even got into the community of people creating their own stories from their characters they made. Amazing. 8.5. Sims 2, it was also great, and the stories people created were great. So 8.5 again. Now we'll go into Sims 3. This one was open world. It was so great, but then it got really buggy. I spent a lot of hours in this game, and it was just amazing, the gameplay they had with the expansion packs. It was very fully fledged when it was working. So this one was one of the greatest games I ever played without the bugs. So without any performance bugs, it was a 9.5. Solid 9.5. With bugs, it was pretty unplayable. I tried, so I would rate it with the bugs as a 5, which is what I experienced after playing for too long. And so this game, unfortunately, is unplayable now for me. Moving on to Sims 4. They definitely noticed how the open world became so buggy and unplayable that they made it not open world anymore. And it's very disappointing. And I was extremely disappointed how they cut back on so many things and made you pay for every single item. Like, if you wanted a new shirt style, they would put that on the store and just get as much money as possible from you. The packs that I started buying were very underwhelming. I was always disappointed by buying something and not getting as much as I thought I would from them. So I wasted a lot of money on this game, and I always came away with a little bit of feeling of disappointment. And it seems like the AI in this game is not as smart, not as fully fledged as Sims 3, or even Sims 1 for that matter. So, rating it 6.5. The Stanley Parable. This was a pretty short game. There's many endings. I played it for a couple minutes. I beat it, never looked back at it. So I'll rate it a 5.5. Stray. This was the award-winning indie of 2022, and I think it was very well deserved. I finished it just this week, I think, and I think it's a great game, but it's just very short. And I think for paying full price for this game, I think it wasn't worth the money for how short it was. But I'll be interested to see a sequel. So rating it, Stray 7.9. Thomas Was Alone. I always rave about this game. It is so simple. It is basically just squares and rectangles and triangles, and there's nothing about graphics you can complain about in this game because it's just shapes. But these shapes have personality, and the narration is amazing. And I played this for 6 hours straight. It is a short game, but it will capture your heart. I love it so much, and I'll probably do a playthrough on my channel about it. So I am rating Thomas Was Alone by BitHell as 8. The Walking Dead Season 2. So I kind of followed the first season and all the seasons after, and the storyline's amazing. I played through Season 2. It was really good, but would you call this a game? I don't know, because it's mostly just story and picking storyline choices. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure game. Well, that's what all games are, but choose your own storyline game. And there's not much gameplay, to be honest, in this. But the storyline is amazing. It made me cry. So for that, I'm giving it a 7.5. Amazing storyline, not much gameplay, if you're into that. Last but not least, The Witcher 3. This is my favorite game I've been playing lately. So I don't think I need to say much about it. You've seen how much I've played through it on my channel, and there's so much rave already about it in the ether and just so much to say about this game. But I'm going to make more videos about this game for sure. 9.3. So that's my Conquered. And with my favorites, I probably should update this some more. These are my favorites that I chose so far from that list. One that I guess I didn't really add as Conquered, but I played a lot, is an honorable mention, Worms Armageddon. I grew up playing this game as a kid in the 90s with my brother, and it's so fun to play with people and also great to play on speedruns alone. It's just hilarious to me, and it's a great game. So I don't think I planned a rating for this, but Worms Armageddon, I'm going to give it, because it doesn't have a storyline really, I'm going to give it a 7.5. But yeah, classic. Classic, takes me back. Okay, let's go to the Uncategorized. This is going to take a long time. Assassin's Creed. These are pretty much mostly games I haven't touched. So Black Flag, I started playing it a little bit, and I'll go through maybe why I haven't continued playing it, or why maybe I haven't touched it, and maybe if I plan to play it anytime soon or in the future. And so Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, I'll go through these and I'll go through a few others I have on other platforms like Stadia. So Black Flag, I played it a little bit. I think Assassin's Creed franchise to me is maybe not my favorite playstyle. The storyline is not really as fully fledged out as I'd like. I think it's kind of all over the place, and I haven't really gotten into the lore of like the back end. Sorry, little spoiler alert, but like the back end company that runs everything in the Assassin's Creed franchise, and that alone takes me out of, I guess, the magic of trying to immerse myself into the time periods of these games, because I know it's all run by the actions you do are all run by this like tech corporation instead. Sorry, spoiler again, but okay, spoiler ended. But yeah, and the gameplay, it's I guess I haven't really gotten into it. So I tried playing Black Flag. Didn't really capture me. Don't think I'm gonna be going back to it, unfortunately. Unity, I haven't played that either. I think it's kind of like the same thing. Syndicate. Um, I really honestly don't know what the difference between Unity and Syndicate are, if they're much different gameplay at all. And for that matter, Rogue. I think I tested playing it to see if I could sync the other games. It didn't really work. The ones that maybe are a little bit more interesting to me are the ones I bought on Stadia, which I'll show here. So, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I think like I was planning to play this as if it were like God of War Light, because I attempted to play God of War way too hard for me. And so I was thinking this could be a lighter version, but I heard so many bad reviews about it that I think I went through the first cutscene and then I just stopped playing because of the bad reviews. So I'm probably never gonna go back to that one, unfortunately. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is another one I bought on Stadia. And for this one, I might go back into, because I heard some good things about it. I heard the environment was very historically accurate. And also, when I started playing maybe the first 30 minutes of this, I really liked playing as the lead female. I think the conversations she has around with other people, it can be on the humorous side, which I appreciate. And it's just really pretty to look at. It's not all dark and just sad. It's beautiful, so I'll probably might go back to that game. And the third one I bought on Stadia was Assassin's Creed Origin. And so this one's also a beautiful game, but I think I was turned off by it because it's a little extra sad than I expected. You'll see in the beginning cutscenes. So I played through that, and I don't know if I'll go back to this one. We'll have to see. It's very beautiful though. So those are my Assassin's Creeds on Stadia. And a side note, I made a video of how you can save all your Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed games if you have them on Stadia and Stadia is shutting down. You can connect them to GeForce Now really easily. And so I have a video on that I posted. Okay, so that's my Assassin's Creed games that I haven't finished and haven't really gotten back to. Next is BioShock. I was really interested in kind of the lore and the hype around this, so I ended up buying a whole BioShock pack that was on sale. I tested playing it. It's too dark for me, to be honest. I think it's a little too brutal and dark for my liking. I don't play a lot of horror games, and this was kind of on the edge of horror and just brutality for me. So, for my own sanity, I don't think I'll be playing this. I might watch other people play it, which is unfortunate because it's supposed to be a very, very good game. And same goes for BioShock 2. BitTrip presents I don't know what this game is. Apparently, I made one achievement from it playing 30 minutes. I think it's just a side scroller runner. I forgot why I bought this. I think it was really cheap, so I'll never go back to it again. Yeah, I won't go back to it. So, just to put this in dollar amounts on games that I'll never go back to again, so far on the Uncategorized, I probably spent close to at least $200 with the sales on these games that I will never, ever probably touch again. So, just to put that in perspective, I could have saved $200 and that could have bought me like a whole bunch of other good games, or even like a Steamed even a Switch Lite I could have bought with that money. So good lesson to learn, to stay away from those sales if you're not going to play the game right away. Anyways, Crazy Machines 3. This one is kind of like, what's that machine called? The Rue. I'm saying it wrong. I'm not going to even try to say it, but there's some type of name for this kind of setup where you use machines to pass a ball from one place to another, an object from one place to another. I played a little bit of this. It was okay. It's definitely a puzzle game. I don't think I'll go back to it. I have other games that I find more addicting and don't require as much, I guess, mental thinking, that sometimes I just like to play and zone out and go for the story. And this one, no story, just but it's really interesting what creations people have come up with. They're really creative. Death and Taxes. I think I'm gonna play this one. Maybe during tax season, ironically. I think I read a lot of good things about it. It interested me. I think it's gonna be a really short, sweet game that's humorous to play. So probably will play that next year. Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition. There was a point in time where I came across some Devil May Cry videos and I thought, especially some of the earlier ones, their cutscenes, even though the graphics are horrible, the scenes and the storyline were absolutely hilarious and so great, but also had heart. And so I thought I'd try to buy one to play, but I find it's really hard. So I don't know if I'll play this. I might be really bad at it. Well, so we'll see. Don't Starve Together. I think this one I bought recently. I haven't, so I don't count this as a loss yet. I haven't played it yet. I'm waiting for EPS to play it with me. Final Fantasy VII. This one has been raved as the favorite game by many. I've played Final Fantasy games before and I've loved them, and I thought I'd try this one out. I think I booted it up for a second and the graphics were horrible. Usually I'm not a graphics nerd, but I think I just wasn't really interested in playing it anymore. But apparently the game story is supposed to be one of the best. So look at that frog. Wow. I don't know what that frog is about. So maybe if I really liked Thomas Was Alone, I can like playing these polygon characters in Final Fantasy VII. So we'll see. That one's still a contender to play. Final Fantasy X and X-2. So I should really put this in my Conquer because I did finish Final Fantasy X. It was one of my favorite games back in the day, and I loved it. I played it with friends. I didn't really understand the mechanics a lot, so I was really bad at it, but I loved the story. Let's give this one a rating. I'm going to give it a rating of 8 or 8.3 for Final Fantasy X. I haven't played X-2. Since I own it, I might play the whole series again. It's very long though, so we'll see. Gris. This one was a raved about indie game. People were saying it was very pretty. I played it for 3 hours, but I honestly don't. I don't know, it's not as interesting for me. It's very slow. It is very pretty, but I feel like some people might rave about, might rave about just because it's pretty. And I want a good story a lot of times. So probably won't touch it again. Horizon Zero Dawn. I played 11, 12 hours of this. Why have I not finished it? Honestly, I think I got my hopes up so high. People were raving about it so much. And I just don't like the storyline so far. I am in the very beginning, but I just find like so many plot holes in there. I don't appreciate how the main character, especially as I guess playing a girl, I love playing characters that are female, but it just seems that she's the storyline kind of starts off as she's an outsider that wants to be on the in crowd. So it was quite a turnoff to me, the storyline. But people have told me to give it more of a chance. But I've also heard even worse reviews for the second installment of Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm sure the developers, the creators of this game, put a lot of their heart and soul in this game, and so not knocking them for that. But it's just not for me. So I honestly don't think I'll be going back to this game. I think looking back, is one of the ones maybe I would have tried a free trial for first instead. So Horizon Zero Dawn, not really on my list this time. It Takes Two. This was, I think, the 2021 Indie Game Awards winner, and heard many good things about it, but I just need to wait for EPS to play it with me. So I haven't played it yet, but I'm very excited to. I bought this recently as well on sale. Life is Strange. This one also has a lot of good reviews. I think this is a very, very story-driven game. As far as actual gameplay, I think it's more point and click, so it's not as interesting for me to play. And the story, I think it's just not my type of story. Maybe a little bit too, I don't know, angsty teens kind of story with supernatural stuff happening, and angsty teen stuff is kind of not my cup of tea nowadays. So I don't really connect to the story as much. I played it for a little bit. I don't think I'm going back to the Life is Strange or similar games anymore. Opus, The Day We Found Earth. I think I bought this on sale because it was another indie game that had a lot of great reviews. I probably should put this on my list of on list to conquer. Yeah, because I don't know, it's got really good reviews. I don't know why I haven't even started it. Sometimes I get commitment phobia with games and TV shows where if I know or if I hear really good things about it and I think it will be long, my kind of addictive side of my personality knows that I will be sucked into that game or TV series or whatever that for hours once I start it. So maybe this is one of the games where I was just terrified of starting because I knew I would get sucked into it. And so sometimes that happens. But I think I definitely should play it. And there's only 31 achievements, so maybe it's not that long. Okay, where was I? I was at Opus. I moved it to a different list. Ori and the Blind Forest. This one, I think I heard good reviews about it as well, and it was on sale. So I was planning to play it, but never got around to it. Honestly, I don't think I'll ever get to this one. Okay, that's the guide. That's a store page. Looking at, I think it's cute. The colors are cute. Looking at the description, visually stunning. Now, like every time I see things that are like visually stunning in the description, I'm like, okay, but does it have a good story? Does it have good gameplay? Like sometimes, I guess this is going back to Gris. Like some games might use that as like their top feature, but to me, visually stunning is definitely not a top feature. And I'm seeing how it's kind of a side scroller, and I've been playing a few side scrollers. They aren't as interesting to me, so I probably will honestly be skipping this game all throughout. And I have the definitive edition because I guess it was on sale. Papa EO. This one was another one that was on sale that had supposedly good reviews. I think I played, 2 minutes of it. I just wasn't interested. I didn't get into it. And so I don't think I'll ever play this. I have it in my library. I don't think I'll ever pick it up again. Poker Night 2. I love poker in real life. I also loved playing poker, like Yahoo Poker and stuff. And so I thought this would be fun. I think I played an hour and a half, but I think like at this point in my life, I'm not really interested in poker right now. So I like to play more games with stories. So I haven't gotten back to this one in a while. Saints Row 4. This one, I played a little bit. It was interesting. It was humorous for sure. Very, very campy, which I think is what they're known for. They're known for just being a campy game. But it was just, kind of clunky to play, not any storyline. It's just pretty much full camp. Full camp. I don't think the storyline really goes anywhere much. So played it for a little bit to test it out. Probably would have been better to play this as a demo and not actually buy it again. So probably not really interested in playing it anymore. Sims 4 Deluxe. Heard a lot of good things about this game too. I think it's honestly too complicated for me. I think I started playing it. You're managing a whole city. You're playing God for a whole city. Sims I could do. I could manage like a family. I could manage like one person at a time. And then I get really stressed out when I start having like more than 2 kids in The Sims. So managing a whole city, I think takes a lot of organization. And so I think that's why, I haven't played it since trying for 30 minutes back in 2014. And yeah, frankly, it's outdated, so there's not really any pull for me to play this again. Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. This one was interesting. I think I haven't played it yet. Heard good things about it. Heard it had a pretty good storyline. And heard you could do karaoke, which I love. But I think I was, the violence. I wasn't really ready to play this as it's quite violent, especially to women. So, I don't know if I'll open this game up. I might try it because I heard good things about it, good storyline, but we'll see. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. There was a SpongeBob game I played back in the day that was really, really fun. I rented it from Blockbuster. That's how old it was. I still have a lot of memories of that, and I played it nonstop for the 3 days I rented it. It was so much fun. I forgot the name of it, but I've been on the lookout for that exact SpongeBob game again. This is not it. This game is not that game. It is kind of dry for me. The storyline's not as there. It's not as involved. It seems pretty repetitive. So I don't know if I'll play this one again. I only played like an hour and a half, and so wasted money on that. Still on the hunt for that one older SpongeBob game that I was addicted to back in the day, and I didn't get to finish because I had to return it to Blockbuster. Surgeon Simulator. I I don't know why I bought this. I get quite queasy. I don't like too much blood and gore. Um, and with this, you're very up close to the blood and gore, and so I yeah, forgot if I bought this for super cheap or if I actually had to pay money, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play it. No storyline. It's just messing around with people's bodies. So yeah, the swapper. I completely forgot what this was about, but it looks scary and it has good reviews, and I probably won't touch it because it might be too dark and scary for me. So that one, no. The Talos Principle. I will probably never touch this again. I played it for a little bit. Very dry, clunky. Mechanics were just, I don't know, didn't work as expected. Not my kind of game. And the reviews are, I should have read the reviews more. They're so-so, but I bought this on sale. Not my kind of game. So not playing it anymore. Tell me why. I think this is the same creators of Life is Strange. I guess I bought this, or was it free? Because it's free in June. I might have bought it. And I don't think I'll play it anymore. I played like 43 minutes because it's not gameplay, right? It's just point and click and storyline. So and the storyline is I think a little bit better than Life is Strange for me. It's not as much angsty teen, but I already spoiled it for myself, and I spoiled pretty much all of those Life is Strange type games for myself. So there's really no reason for me to play it. Townscaper. This one was a little fun. I played it for 31 minutes. I think it was really cheap, and I think I got my money's worth. It was very satisfying creating your own little village with just a click of a button, and things just pop up and happen organically. So I think the gameplay very smooth. It's just, but yeah, it's just yeah, I played for 30 minutes. That was enough for me. Undertale. Oh, so I think this is another one of the ones where it had like really great reviews, and it's got that kind of 8-bit style, but it's one of those where I'm scared to start because I might be hooked. But it might be one, it doesn't seem like a really big game, so it might be one I could finish really quick. I might do like one afternoon stream on this and get it out of the way. So we'll put it to on list to conquer. Let's do Unravel 2. So I think this is another multiplayer game. I forgot if I played Unravel 1, but Unravel 2 you play as a ball of yarn, and there's really cute little unique gameplay puzzle things you do. So I don't know, something's telling me to not play this right now, and I think it's because I want to play the first one, and I don't know if I finished the first one, so I'm gonna leave it here. Witcher Enhanced Edition. So I got The Witcher 1 and 2 as a pack with The Witcher 3 for, get this, $11.99. I got my very favorite game, which I spent so many hours on, for $11.99. But with that, it came with Witcher 1 and 2. I attempted to play them. I think that I might try to play Witcher 2. I might even try to play Witcher 1. I started the beginning of it. Witcher 1 crashed for me a few times. Witcher 2, I just haven't had time to get in the storyline. But I think these are pretty long games, right? So I really would have to just sit down and commit to the outdated old graphics. These did get remastered as well with the recent December remaster of Witcher 3, so they do look a bit better than before. We'll just see. And that's Witcher 2. Lastly, I have Yakuza Like a Dragon. This one, I think I started playing this year recently. It was interesting. The cutscenes were cool, but it was quite annoying to play. One, because the cutscenes are very long and you can't skip it, and also, well, you can skip it, but there's no interactivity so far. I can't choose like a lot of dialogue that I want to choose. Like in The Witcher, for instance, you choose dialogue all along the way, so it's more interactive. This one, the cutscenes were boring. The gameplay is maybe not my style. It's kind of one of those wait your turn to fight kind of things. So I only played a few hours of it. On my MacBook, it's really bad graphics, so it's not the best to play, and I can't find it available. Oh, it might be available on Boosteroid, so I might start it up again. But yeah, I took a pause on this one. I haven't really, I mean, there's so much love for this game, like the community content, there's just so much love, so I haven't really gone back into it. I feel like I should. Like, like, I feel like I should, so it's got some funny moments. All right, so that's my uncategorized, and we can look at my on list to conquer. That's what I added. So on list to conquer, some games that I didn't go through, BioShock Infinite. So that's kind of the same thing of like, it's a little too brutal for me, I think. But this one, BioShock Infinite, is a little lighter than the earlier BioShock, so I might still play it. Devil May Cry 4, this one is a little too hard, but I really like the storyline. Dishonored, so I didn't go through the Dishonoreds. I heard really good things about it. I don't know, as a female gamer, I like that Dishonored 2 has a female lead, and so I want to play it, but it might be too hard for me. Fallout New Vegas, I watched the entire gameplay of this, and it's quite funny. The storyline's amazing, so I haven't tested playing it myself yet. We'll see if I get into that whole area. I did play the mobile game of Fallout where you build bunkers. I got pretty addicted to that for a few days. It was very fun, and there were some funny parts in there. And it was free, so it was, yeah, great to play. Grand Theft Auto 5. This one is available on Boosteroid. I am planning to play this. I played a little bit already. I think not only is it hilarious, but it seems to have a really good storyline, concentrating on these three stories that kind of merge together. And yes, they have like the campiness, the sex, the drugs, and whatnot, but I'm really, really excited to see how the storyline plays out. So I plan to play this soon, and maybe very soon on Boosteroid. LA Noir. This one, I've been hearing it come up again recently. It's a older game. I last played it in 2014. I really liked it, but some things did turn me off from playing it again. The thing that probably turned me off the most was that, like, kind of the bloodiness of it. You have to really get up and close and examine the bodies of people that passed away, and I guess I was getting nauseous, and I just never went back to it. And also the storyline could do some improvement. I think a lot of the storyline is absolutely amazing, but the main character you'll see in the beginning, he comes off as kind of a creep a little bit to me. Like, there's a scene where he goes to a strip club alone and just sits down alone. And yeah, that kind of personality trait is not something I really would like to play as a main character. So that's just my personal opinion. But I have been hearing about it again, and I did enjoy it for the most part when I was playing it. And so I might play it again, and maybe I could find it on Boosteroid or GeForce Now. We'll see. Metal Gear Rising: Vengeance. This one has so many great reviews, and so I just wanted to try it out, but I haven't played it yet. Murdered Soul Suspect. This one had also looked really fun to play, but honestly, I think it might be too scary for me. And so this one, I'm just gonna chuck it to a loss. I'm probably never gonna play it. I'm gonna do remove from on list to conquer. And then we have the 3 more I added that I plan to play through. Maybe I could finish them in an afternoon or 2. Okay, so other games I wanted to show that I have access to are on other platforms. So I have access to, we'll start with these 3. Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. I bought it on Stadia because I thought it was Ghost of Tsushima, but it's not Ghost of Tsushima, so it's not as pretty. It's a lot harder, and I hate it. It's too hard, and I don't understand the storyline. Like, why do I only have 2 lives? So I didn't realize it was like a Dark Souls game, which is notorious for being super punishing. So I'll probably never play it again. Luckily, I did get refunded through Stadia. So yeah, I'll just leave this to the pros. The next one I bought on Stadia is Red Dead Redemption. Rave reviews, of course. People say it's so realistic. I played maybe an hour of it. I fell asleep a lot. I think it's because it's so realistic. The travel time is really slow. Like when we're traveling from one place or another in like a blizzard, I couldn't find a way to skip that. And so I found myself just holding down the go button to follow, and then I just fell asleep. And just like the time it takes to pick up items is very annoying to me coming from games like The Witcher. And side note, that might also be a reason why I didn't enjoy Horizon Zero Dawn as much, because you have to like take a second more to bend down. A second more is a lot of seconds when you're trying to loot everything, and that takes up a lot of time. So the realism might be a little bit too much for me in this game. So unfortunately, I didn't play far enough to really get into the storyline. I got to like the first camp and that was it. And then I just got annoyed with playing the game. So unpopular opinion for sure. Don't shoot me, but might not be a game for me. So I bought it from Stadia. I got a refund. Not sure if I'll buy it again. But we'll see. And then I have The Legend of Zelda. So I was gifted a Switch recently. You know who you are. And with it, I was given Breath of the Wild. Been hearing so many great things about this game. This has turned into my nighttime chill down game. Uh, I find it relaxing, but also really complicated. There's a lot more cooking in it than I realized. It's a lot more involved. I think it's even more involved than The Witcher. So I just started this. I bought some streaming equipment for my Switch that's coming in, so I might even stream some gameplay. We'll see, because there's not a lot of dialogue. And I'm really bad at this game, so I don't know if it would actually be enjoyable for other people to watch me play it. But I did buy some equipment to stream this. That's coming in soon. So with that, we have completed my entire list, and also I have my currently playing here. Right now I play Among Us. I haven't been playing that for a while. Me and my cousins used to go on that a lot for during the pandemic, and we would just play that game. Grand Theft Auto. Also forgot to mention House Flipper. That one was like my kind of turned down game, but then I was getting annoyed and frustrated with like things being a little bit buggy or just not being able, like the contracts I got not really fitting my own design taste and stuff. Other ones that I didn't mention that really are I should have mentioned. Rocksmith. I am trying to learn more guitar. I've been playing since I was little, but I still got a lot to learn. So I love this game. I need to play more of it. Don't think it's for streaming because I'm not very good, but I want to make maybe like a coding video of using Python of how to sort through all the Rocksmith songs available, because that was a lot of thousands maybe of songs that you can download as DLC. It's hard to search, so I might have a video of that coming up. Stardew Valley, also one of my favorite games. Is it add to favorites? For sure, add to favorites. I spent so many hours. So this is Among Us, this is Grand Theft Auto. We talked about House Flipper. Rocksmith, you connect your guitars with that, and I have both an acoustic electric and my brother's electric that he doesn't use anymore, that I connect to that. And I also have, I just like last year I bought an electric ukulele. I wonder if I could connect that and what will happen. Okay, anyway, Stardew Valley. I have played over 120 hours on this. It's an amazing game. I've pretty much completed it, got married and stuff in the game, went through so many years and seasons, but I'll probably play some more because the creator keeps updating the game, which is amazing. Untitled Goose Game. This one's fun. I think I'm not gonna touch it again. I played it for 30 minutes. I think I got my money's worth. So I'm just gonna add it to the untitled list because I got too much stuff on my currently playing already. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And so this is what I have on currently playing. Among Us, I'm not. So I'm removed from currently playing. And so House Flipper, that. So anything else I should add to my currently playing? Let me know if I should add any others to currently playing or playing next. And last but not least, the last game I finished, A Plague Tale Requiem, we're gonna add to Conquered. So it is on my Conquered list. But again, if any games that I should be adding to currently playing, whether it's on my list to conquer, unlisted, maybe I'll do Add a Dragon 2, currently playing. Love to know your thoughts if you played any of these games. Love to know your opinion as well. And thanks for watching.